Hey there, YouTube. My name is Tyler, and I am Mr. Game and Beer. Welcome back to Let's Play Divinity Original Sin Enhanced Edition Co-op with Jason.
Howdy, howdy.
Oh, hey. Yes, what do we got going on here? Let's go talk to Arhu.
Arhu.
Is he up here? Maybe.
Oh, maybe he's in the basement.
Oh, he's here.
Ah. Oh, and he's got stones and stuff.
So many books.
Look at all this weird stuff.
So many stuff.
Wow. Arhu, what you working on?
What you working on there, Arhu? Oh, they're towering. They're gonna fall over. Magical unlock scroll. Oh, it's stealing. Alright, let's talk to him. What do you got going on here, man? Stop walking away from me.
Sword Hunter. Welcome. Welcome.
You can stack the books on the book stacks.
Nice. Tell me a bit more about yourself there, Arhu. Yeah, why not?
But certainly. What would you like to know?
Who, or rather what, are you?
Oh, I am but a wizard. A guardian of man and beast. And indeed, I am both. My body, like any other, is bound to temporal decay. But my spirit is a speck of light that shone forth from the eternal sun that is the cosmic soul. My task upon this earth is to protect the heart of nature, the very antithesis of which is the intrigue spun by demons and directors of the dead. Hence my involvement in Scythian. You see, my one desire is to witness a world in which every mother looks around her and purrs with calm contentment. For she knows that her chicks or children, her cubs or calves, will grow up without knowing the meaning of menace, the enfeeblement of fear. To my great regret, none of them purr as yet.
What you got for trade there? Buddy boy? Lots of fire. Burning touch. Burn my eyes. Sounds great. Fireball, eh?
Fireball.
Fireball. Jeez. The AP is pretty high on that. Ahem. What else do we got here? Some really shitty staves. Or staves. Or whichever. Oh, some armor that is triple my armor's defense.
Oh shit.
Oh, it's really expensive though, so I'm just not gonna bother.
Ah.
An epic ring that,
Epic.
I don't know. Oh, some resurrect scrolls. How much will you give me for this pearl and whatnot? I think actually even less than the last person.
Damn.
Yeah, totally.
Can't trust a cat.
Can't trust a cat. Alright, fuck you, bud. What if you get stuck in another form, polymorphing?
Oh, that'll never happen. Granted, a witch could make the polymorph permanent if she'd enchant me in my cat guise, but I'll just have to be careful around witches, won't I?
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm my own wizard, you know, and I don't intend to become anyone's familiar.
Okay. Source Hunter business. Why'd you call us here?
By all means.
Right, the murder, of course. Let's discuss Jake's murder.
Of course. I hope your investigation fares well.
What happened the night of the murder?
I can but piece together what few morsels fell from the grapevine into a rather disappointing meal, I'm afraid. They say a woman arrived in the King Crab Inn sometime after midnight. She retired to a room on the ground floor where she was soon joined by a man who had been nursing the same cup of wine for hours. I say man and woman because both of them were cloaked and recognized by none. About an hour later, another figure arrived, headed for the same room. Soon after, a terrible commotion erupted and the thundering light of magic was witnessed by the few remaining patrons. It took a while for the landlord to pluck up the courage to enter the mystery room. When finally he did, he found Jake there, dead. How and why he came to be there, no one knows. But I had a good look around the scene of the crime before the Legion barred anyone from entering. The traces of magic I felt were vile. Source, no doubt.
And who, in your opinion, are the suspects?
I myself have none. Even though the rest of the town has already mentally tried and convicted Jake's wife, Esmeralda. Now it may well be established that she is in fact the guilty party. I'm not claiming that I'm certain she's innocent, but let's just say that if I really thought this murder case would be so very easily resolved, I wouldn't have sent for source hunters.
Is there more you can tell me about the strangers that seem to be in league with the orcs?
I can't say much more, but that they're madmen. All the more dangerous to us because of their alliance with what should be a natural enemy. You won't see me teaming up with a terrier in a hurry.
Okay.
Enough of your cat puns.
Yep.
Let's go check out this murder scene.
Let's go check out this murder scene.
Murder scene.
So bright outside.
Oh yeah. It's beautiful.
It's a gorgeous day.
It's so lovely.
It's so lovely outside. Isn't it?
It is.
Isn't it lovely?
Truly.
Truly lovely. Yeah, you seem to be getting a willpower from the leadership bonus.
Hmm.
We, however, do not. So that must be just the whole leadership thing.
I guess so. Crime scene. To the west.
Scene. There we go. Alright there, buddy boy. Give us a chat.
Hey.
You return and humble me with your presence. Such a pleasure.
Jesus.
Nay,
What's he talking to him for?
About this Tom fellow.
who? Tom? Doesn't ring a bell. Oh, hold on. Yes, of course, Tom.
What?
One of our most recent additions to the Fellowship. Brave kid, smart as a tack. He'll prove to be a wonderful addition to the family yet.
I feel like this guy's
Mendes
talking a bunch of
at your
bullshit.
service. What is my
Oh yeah.
Waiting for what, exactly?
Oh hey, Tom, we talked to your bitch.
Where's young Esmeralda these days? She has the soft flat to lay in.
About Maxine.
So there's the rub. I am but a stray, and she is the mayor's cat. Oh, I do understand her, I do. She wants a Tom of means, not privation. One who brings home the sardines and the occasional halibut. Would that I still had my collar. Such a marvel it was, as bejeweled as the night sky with precious stones, said to have once been worn by a far-off Maharaja's best hunting chief. Like the king of all cats I looked when I wore it. A gift bestowed upon me by a princess whom I had kept company during a long and perilous voyage. A precious band of gemstones, lost as I was tossed around by the waves like a ball in a game of catch. Among the waves it remains, I imagine. Worn perhaps by a crab who fancies himself a Caesar with it. If only I could be the Caesar again, and Maxine my Caesarina.
Guess we gotta find that thing.
Yeah.
Alright, buddy, get the hell out of our way, we're gonna end
Yeah. Piece of crap.
Stop right there. Until you've received the captain's permission to enter, this door doesn't exist.
As spoken, Aureus, let me inside, please.
Not exactly the friendliest bloke, the captain, is he? Well, your reward for getting your ear chewed off is a waltz through the town's finest magical murder scene. Enjoy.
Alright. Thanks, bud.
Oh, I got,
Whoa.
whoops. What the fuck?
Oh.
Ah!
flip.
What happened? Is this a dream?
I don't think so. That stone. Somehow it sent us flying into the stars.
The stars.
We seem to be floating in the stars.
Hmm.
What the hell is this?
It will consume us all.
Zigzags.
Go for it. Level
Okay.
26.
Holy hell.
So curious.
Perhaps my newfound comrade, but that is hardly our chiefest concern. We stand on a tiny vestige of space and time, and the ground is fast shrinking beneath our feet. It's good you appeared, however you did it, precisely when and where you did, or you might have found yourself free floating in empty space. Oh, but I suppose I should make a proper introduction. Zigzags the historian at your service. It is my job to record all that was and is, and hopefully all that is to be.
Why is this place, as you say, shrinking?
At last, a question I can answer most definitively. I mentioned already that this place is the end of time. If that didn't send your heart into your stomach and your pulse a-flutter, it should have. Time ought naturally to have no end at all. Indeed, I can think of no worse nightmare for a chronicler such as myself. But something totally, utterly terrible has happened.
Out with it, sir. What exactly has happened here?
Oh, don't tell, I always say. So go, peer through yonder looking lens, and feast your soon-to-be terrified eyes on the darkness that is approaching.
He may be quite mad.
Then we had better appease him and have a look through the looking lens.
Did you see that?
Yeah,
You saw?
some dragon thing.
Terrifying, isn't? What's this? The portal. It's.
Oh, wait.
The portal has been fantastic as now. The portal. It's quite sprung to life, just like the long dormant flames that decorate this observatory. After all my waiting and hoping, could it be you, dear stranger? You must be the key. Something about your presence here is causing the end of time to grow. The true end itself to move further away. Those torches, a light! This portal active once more. It cannot be coincidence.
Can we first discuss what we just witnessed through your looking lens?
It's me, how right you are. There's so much to take in, I'd nearly forgotten. And what you saw has been haunting my mind since I first discovered it. It is the void itself. The dragon that is devouring creation. When I speak of the end of time, this is exactly what I mean. I can't say for sure where it came from, how or why, but I do know this. It's shrinking our future by the second. And if we don't stop it, it will devour the past and present as well.
And you believe we are somehow connected to this plane?
It's not that I believe, it's that I have seen. Long have I been waiting here, hoping that one day this very portal would ignite. Then, no longer than a few mere moments after you arrive, zap it goes. The chronicler of time knows a pattern when he sees one.
What lies beyond this portal?
A what lies beyond this portal is nothing other than... But why spoil the mystery? As soon as we leap through, we'll find out for certain.
Alright, to the portal then.
After you, after you. Oh, what wonders we may find on the other side.
Seems sketchy.
Just
In
booked
his
it
own.
off.
Seems the Emperor spotted exactly who and what he'd hoped to find here.
Did he run off this way?
Yeah, I think so.
Ooh, a chest. The last chest. There he is.
There's a whole bunch of like teleport places here.
Hmm.
Last chest. There's a vase too.
He's talking to me.
15 gold. Alright. Being like the weaver of time, mother of history, author of all that has ever been.
Indeed, Sir Imp. As surely as you are he who chronicles all that I weave.
Astounding! Unbelievable! I have so many questions for you, so much to ask, so much to say.
You have brought guests, I see. Strange. Very strange guests.
My reaction exactly, milady. It was their arrival here at the end of time that instigated my finding you. But why? Surely you must know.
This is a question better put to our guests themselves. Tell us, how did you arrive upon this plane?
It was a stone, a strange stone that zapped us from where we stood in Revellon to this plane among the stars.
So, it was a stone that caused the great shock of energy that brought you here, and it infused you with new life as well. Is that so?
Yes, that's just what happened. You seen it
Not
before?
like this, no. What happened
I
to
don't feel
you
any new
is
life.
unique
No, I don't know
in
what they're talking
all
about.
My work. Never had I experienced something so contrary to my nature. To weave something I had not seen, had not expected. Life does not simply spring into existence, you see, but yours has. You appeared before me from the moment you came into contact with that stone. Starstone. I now know it to be called.
But, Madam Weaver, how is it possible? Do you not see all? Have you not woven all that is and could ever be into your tapestry?
Like the stones, your guests are a mystery to me. I see them before me in this world, but their likenesses appeared not upon my tapestry until they revived the stone. Source hunters, it would seem that yourselves and Starstone are inextricably linked. Why and how, I cannot say, but I do believe that finding more stones will reveal to me who you yourselves truly are. Starstone is not what it seems, Source Hunter. Its true nature must be part of a greater secret, a secret lost, even to me. Do you see what violence my work has suffered? What wounds lay upon the tapestry of time?
Mysteries of all time, gaps in history. Oh, how they've tormented me for eons.
It would appear that Starstone transforms at your touch, granting me new thread by which to mend the tapestry. Thus, it restores time itself.
I see. What the void would shrink, Starstone restores.
Yes, though I cannot explain why this Starstone is the antidote to the void's ravishment of our realm. If we do not restore time, if we do not discover the true nature of these stones, the void will consume us all.
If these stones can heal history, we must seek them
Indeed
out.
you must, though I may not yet understand why. It seems that you and you alone can unlock the powers within Starstone. Yet we are not the only entities who know these stones to be so much more. than pretty gems.
Why, of course, that's what they were doing. I have recorded their doings, you see. Collectors of Starstone, more and more by the day. Now I understand. They'd keep the stones from our reach. They'd prevent the mending of time.
Without these stones, Hunter, there will be no Riverlon. The entire tapestry will crumble. Even this plane will fall victim to the void's insatiable hunger.
That shall never be, milady. As sure as Zix comes before Zax, we will put a stop to it. First we mend the tapestry, then we stop the void. Please, our most mysterious guest, are you ready? Are you willing? Will you hunt out the stones? Will you help us restore what has been lost? What will be, Source Hunter? Do tell!
Not but a moment ago we were hunting Source in Riverlon, and now we're being told that we alone can prevent the end of time by way of some magical stones. What do you make of it?
Say what Zigzags and the Weaver will. I need more evidence before I'll buy into this wild tale.
No matter how improbable, anything is possible. If the Weaver tells the truth, we have some serious work ahead of us.
Such a romantic.
You're so pragmatic. Oh, and before we got zapped over here, I found out that we get a bonus to leadership from our righteousness.
Oh, that's pretty interesting.
And I'm getting lucky charm +1 from my romanticism.
Oh, how do you see all these?
In your inventory stuff, click on the fist, and oh yeah, go to your abilities or whatever, and mouse over them to see where they're from.
I get 1 lore master from being materialistic.
Hmm?
I get a leadership from being righteous. I get a willpower from being independent.
I get a willpower from being obedient.
What? That doesn't make any sense. And I get a lockpicking from my gear.
I get a sneaking from cautiousness.
Oh, you're a sneaky little devil.
Mm-hmm.
So you think we should just kill these guys, eh?
Yeah.
Well, the Chronicler's like a much higher level than the Weaver of Time.
What?
He's level 26 and she's level 20.
How do you see that? Mine says question mark, question mark, question mark.
Oh, that might be my lore master.
Hmm.
Let's see. Yeah.
Zigzags is a cool guy.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know about him.
Big fan.
Sure.
No, with you searching out Starstone, I believe we'll mend the tapestry in no time. We'll find out just who you are and how exactly to send the void back to wherever it came from.
Uh-huh.
But you'll need a way to travel between Riverlon and this homestead, won't you? Who wouldn't want to see what fantastic changes your search will yield? And who knows what the Weaver might discover about you? Luckily, the power of portals is known to you, so I'll let you in on the little secret of how to transport back and forth from the end of time. Just, you know, don't go sharing it around. Never know who we can trust these days. Off you go then. You've Starstone to find, and I've a tapestry to examine. Surely there must be some clue here as to how on earth you're related to the end of time.
The Weaver of Time said our finding Starstone helps her weave the tapestry once more. How is that possible?
cross my heart, hope to fade in the void, I honestly don't know. But ask her. If she claims it is so, perhaps she knows why.
Like the imp said to the ballista operator, shoot!
Think I should ask some questions here?
Sure.
Okay. If I'm supposed to search for Starstone, it would be handy to know where to start looking.
Wouldn't it just? Would that I had a Starstone sightseeing guide, but alas, such a booklet does not exist.
Okay, you don't have to be a prick about it.
Like yourselves, Starstones are curiously absent from history, both in my writings and on the tapestry of time. From what I can gather, though, they were once cherished by devious sorcerers whose reign ended long ago. The stones are therefore most likely to be found in the ancient places of this world. Ruins, caves,
Yeah.
Oh shit.
long forgotten evils.
Connection to the server is timed out.
Those are the dens
Okay.
you should frequent. Two more pieces of advice. Don't go unarmed and consult with my agent.
I'll take my leave.
No, Source Hunter, final word. Once you return to Rivalon, there will be someone waiting for you. My agent, my eyes and ears upon your world. I hope he'll be able to help you as much as he can. Time, I need hardly remind you, is of the essence.
Okay. Hey there, guys. Sorry if you noticed a bit of a hiccup. We just had a bit of a connection issue, but it is all good now. Yeah, sort of everything out. Let's check out this last chest.
Yes.
The last test, the last test. If you believe yourself worthy of rifling through my ample treasures, I do dare you to prove it. Find my 4 sisters, no more than one in each of the realms of your wide world, and each by each, you'll discover how to open me.
Jeez. Huh.
Interesting.
Yeah. Inactive portal. Should we maybe explore this place a little bit?
Sure.
Light gold cup and light golden teaspoon. Those are pretty expensive. I'm gonna take them.
Nice.
Guys, this is gonna help in our quest, so just need these.
It shall be my pleasure, sir.
Look at this dude. His fingers in the air.
Like you just don't care.
Ooh, an oil flask.
Oh.
And a poisoned arrowhead. Interesting little, like, ruin portals here.
Mm-hmm.
Temples, maybe?
Yeah.
What we got up here?
Some stairs. Some portals.
Yeah, more inactive portals.
So
Cool.
many portals.
So many portals.
Oh, and some bigger stairs. Going all the way up.
Really?
To a statue with hands. To the first garden.
To the first garden?
Yeah. I think it's a possibly active portal.
How do we use it?
Oh. Doesn't seem to do much.
No. Alright, we'll come back to that. I'm sure. Well, there's this little button on the right hand side saying Rift Travel. That's pretty new.
Yeah.
I'll click on that guy.
Oh, it's just
there we
for...
For leaving. Should we talk to Zigzag some more?
Sure.
Okay. I don't like it when you run inside of me. I don't like that at all.
I think you do.
Just, I don't know how I feel really. I just don't know, man.
You bigger than me?
Probably. I mean, come on. I think I might be, but my robes are pretty poofy, so.
Mm. And your hat is hood.
Maybe... yeah, weird. Why am I so big?
Good to see you on the shelter plane.
I have some questions.
The imp said to the ballista operator, shoot.
I still don't understand how Starstone and the Void Dragon are related.
Neither do I. But the mere fact that activated Starstone has set the Weaver of Time weaving again more than implies that it and the Void Dragon are natural enemies. This in turn more than implies that you are the Void's natural enemy, for it is you who is setting new events in motion. You who is handing the Weaver new threads. And that which she is weaving is more than an ornament to decorate the shelter plane. It is both history and future history. It is all of time. We may not understand the how yet, but our aim is clear. We shall save creation from the grip of the void. Now, isn't that a lovely mission?
Sure. Okay, those are stupid questions. Should we talk to her?
Sure.
How welcome you are upon this realm, our most honored guest. I hope you begin to find this place more familiar than it may yet seem.
Tell me about yourself.
In the ethereal threads of eternity, do I record the deeds of gods and men, of beasts and spectral apparitions? The drift of continents through changing seas, the rise and fall of empires, the shift of every grain of sand on every beach, the fall of every raindrop on every world, the all but imperceptible touch of lovers' hands. This and all I chronicle without fault. Except, it seems, you.
I might have more questions.
Ask, and I shall answer, if I can.
If I understand correctly, I am not at all featured on the canvas of time?
Quite so. Your absence. It should be an impossibility, but no matter where I look, you cannot be found. I do not know you, which makes you my one perennial imperfection, a blind spot in the eye of time. But perchance I may be cured of this blindness. Perchance the blemish may be undone, and time can be redeemed.
How can I redeem time if, as you say, I am not even part of it?
I think that perhaps you can redeem time, because you create time.
Wow.
Indeed, you have set in motion an event I no longer had possible. Know that no longer I did weave. I sat here at the end of time and watched on as the void phrased the fabric of time like a terrified god that fears the offspring of his own creations. But suddenly there was you. You who stirred the life within the stones. These stones, children of stars, they place new ribbons along my fingers like phantoms out of time. New threads emerged, and I began to weave anew. Starstone gives me new strands to braid into the tapestry. And because you give Starstone energy, it seems that you are creating time. These Starstones, please, seek them so that time may yet be mended. Please, for the sake of all that lives and all that loves, seek them so that the void may yet devour itself alone.
Anything
The
else?
world might be mended.
Yeah. Anything else you want to know?
I think that's all I need to hear from her.
Yeah.
I don't care if she's lonely.
Pretty done with her shit.
She's just a dumb bitch.
Let's blow this popsicle dimension.
What lies at its heart?
North Gate, I guess?
Yeah.
Whoop.
That the world might be mended.
Oh, it's Arhu. Oh, hey, buddy.
Source Hunters, I welcome you once again to the realm of Rivellon after your travels through the chasms of space. Nice to have found a shelter, wouldn't you agree? Where you can come to know harm.
That's
I
okay.
know the historian has told you about his agent on Rivellon, and that agent is I. So now that you know of the alliance between me and Sir Zigzags, let us turn to the business at hand. Starstone.
Actually, our business at hand is the murder of Counselor Jake.
So it is, and so it should continue to be. For I suspect his foul murder and the plight of dying time are somehow interconnected. Dark webs are being woven around these parts, and it is my firm belief starstones are the flies the sorcerer spiders are trying to catch. It can therefore hardly be a coincidence that Counselor Jake was a collector of the stones we seek. That means the task you have been given remains crucial. Find the assassin that did away with Jake, for you're bound to stumble upon Starstone along the way.
How did you find out Jake was a Starstone collector?
While you were being lectured by our friend the historian and the grande dame of time, I snuck into his house and had a look around. The advantage of being a cat, you know. You go where you please with impunity. And sometimes the lady of the house even rewards you with a slice of fresh herring.
He's got a little cat on his belt. That's nice.
That's where I saw them in a cabinet. Mere slivers, but specks of starstones nonetheless. They lay there, silent and innocent, though bloody murder may have been committed in their name.
Do you put absolute credence in the words of Zigzags, time, void, the looming end?
Let me phrase it like Zigzags might. A universe without time is like a pen without ink. A pointless instrument stripped of the potential of creation. It is void. It is death. It is nothing. I'll not pretend to have all the answers, or that I understand all that is happening here and out there among the stars. But I do know I'd rather err on the side of caution. If Zigzags worries, I worry. We are talking about a creature, after all, that has reclined among the divines as nonchalantly as you and I lays beside the hearths of home.
What, I don't understand this first question here. Why is it so particularly nice for us to have found a shelter somewhere?
That's what he opened up the dialogue with.
Okay.
I think he was talking about the end of time.
Yeah, but I don't know. I guess I'll ask it.
Don't we all long for a sanctuary where our worldly troubles can be held at bay? A bed or a basket so snug it becomes, in a word, safety. But perhaps I speak only for myself, not for veterans such as yourselves that by necessity call any patch of ground they rest upon home. Like any cat worth its salt, though, I deeply cherish a secret refuge unbeknownst to anyone. To be able to repose without a care is such a precious circumstance, save it all too seldomly.
How did you become Zigzags' agent?
I met him first, a long time ago, out in the wastes of youthful Gore. He wondered aloud what on earth a cat was doing out there in the scorching desert, then shared what little food and water he had with him. So I told him who I was and showed him my human form. He laughed and marveled and told me stories about his travels. In the end, he even shared his great sorrow with me. The unspeakable thing you saw through his looking lens. I was awed and frightened, but swore to help him in any way I could. As of now, that includes helping the two of you.
Cool.
Before you go, here, take this teleporter pyramid. A handy toy indeed that Zigzags asked me to give to you. You'll need the other one too if you want to make use of its powers, but Alas, I seem to have misplaced it. Don't worry, though. Use this one here, and it'll take you straight to its twin. Now that this matter has been settled, hunters, I shall detain you no longer. But rest assured, I'll do my share of hunting too. So, if you spot a white cat during your travels, do stop to say hello.
I just ran off that time instead of disappearing. Well, anyway, that's probably a good spot to stop the video there. I hope you've enjoyed watching, and we will see you on the next episode of Let's Play Divinity Original Sin Enhanced Edition co-op with Jason.
Good night.
Good night, fellas and ladies. Fellow
Y'all.
ladies.
All y'all.
Yeah, good night, bye.